Hey guys, Lydia here from Creator Studios. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the MakeShaper's Semi-Flex Filament. So let's get started. Okay guys, so let's take a look at this. So MakeShaper sent me this filament along with some of their PLA and some stickers and keychains, but I'll go over that later. I just contacted them, asked them if I could do a review on their filament, if they could send me some, and a couple weeks later they sent me some of their filament. So let's open this. It comes in a nice sealed bag, and these are the little spools, 750 grams, and this is a tight spool. Looks like a solid spool from here. Smells like normal filament, and I'm super excited because I've never used flexible filament. So this is MakeShaper's filament, and this is, this is 220 grams of semi-flex 1.75 millimeter green filament. The print temperature is 220 degrees to 245. And I guess it doesn't tell me the bed temperature on here. But I'm probably just going to print at 60 or something like that. And yeah, so I'm going to be printing it on my Tevo Tarantula over here, and it just has a normal extruder right here, so I'm going to be messing with the settings. So let's jump to some time lapses and see how it prints. the prints are done, and they took a long time actually, because of the print settings I had to print at with the flexibleness. I had some struggle printing in the beginning, and I contacted MakeShaper, and they helped me through it, and so I finally got these 3 prints to print, and in my opinion they turned out pretty good for my first prints in flexible filament with my Tevo Tarantula Bowden extruder. So I printed the Marvin, and then I printed my maker coin that I have finally finished designing, and this is 165%, and then I just printed in normal benchy. So let's go look at the prints up close. Okay guys, so let's start off with this maker coin. Like I said before, I finally finished designing this, and I think it turned out pretty good. So as you can see up here, there is a little bit of gaps in the filament. I'm still messing around with it to get it to print nicely like any other filament would, but there was some pimpling over here, and again some gaps. I think these inside layers look pretty good, and again there was some lines and stringing. You can't print with your retraction on because it'll mess up the filament and flex it in the extruder, so there's no retraction on this. So let's take a look at the bottom. Now I had to print this with supports, and you're not supposed to print flexible filament with support because it'll stick to each other. But I think that these overhangs did pretty well actually, and I did get the support off fairly easy actually with some pliers. Some places I had to use an X-Acto knife, but it was really not that bad. Now these side walls right here with the overhang didn't do that well. As you can see over here, I kind of cut with the X-Acto knife a little too much. But yeah, so these side walls are looking as expected because of the support material, but this is so smooth, and these side walls turned out pretty nice. And the bottom layer did pretty good. I was a little far away, but again, I'm still testing with this. The print temperature I printed this at was 225 degrees. The bed temperature was 70. I had 4 top layers, 4 bottom layers. Again, this was 165% from the original. The print speed was 15 millimeters per second, very slow, and this took 9 hours and 31 minutes. And so I did these overnight. I tried to print this model about 3 times before I finally got the finished product. Okay, so next what we have is the upscaled Marvin, and this was pretty good. This was actually the first print successfully printed one shot. There is no support used on this. I printed this also at 225. I messed around with it a lot because this was the first printing with the filament. So this is 20% infill, and the coin is also 20% infill. All these are 20%. I accidentally forgot to put this on no infill, so that it was just how you normally would test a Marvin, no infill, 3 parameters. So this has 20% infill. There are 2 perimeters on this, 3 top and 3 bottom layers. Again, 15 millimeters per second. That's what all of them are printed at. The bed temperature was 70 degrees, and it stuck fairly well. I did bump up the temperature to 90 because I had a little bit of warpage on the bottom here. As you can see, there's a little bit of message here. I don't know really what that is. The overhang did fairly well on both sides. But then the bottom here was a little saggy. Usually other filaments can handle this, but again, the flexible doesn't have any support on it, so it didn't handle it very well. There's no cooling fan used on this, and I'm still trying to figure out how to fix these little gaps. I have bumped up the temperature to 245 to 230 and all the way down to 215, but I really don't know what is going to print perfect on here. Up here was a little funky, but I think it turned out pretty well. And so this is the Marvin. So the final print I printed was the 3D Benchy. The 3D Benchy turned out pretty well actually, and as you can see, it is flexible. Very nice. This is semi-flex again, so it is not as flexible as the normal flexible filament would be, like Ninja Flex. There was a lot of stringing actually on here because, again, there was no retraction, so I had to clean that up with an X-Acto knife. Now the overhangs didn't do very well. As you can see, there's a lot of drooping here. And on the back here, there's some drooping also. And there's some little pimpling around these edges, and I'm not really sure why. There's some stringing here too. The top layer did pretty well, I think. The smokestack did very well, in my opinion. Again, this was at 225. And I don't know why, but I had some layer issues here. I think this Benchy turned out as expected, and I'm really liking this flexible filament. I'm super excited to continue printing with it. And yeah, so this is the 3D Benchy. Alright guys, I told you earlier that MakeShaper sent me this whole package of stickers and keychains with the flexible filament and with the PLA that they sent me. So here it is. Now I was very surprised on how many stickers they sent me. They sent me this whole stack of MakeShaper stickers, and I really like these. I already put one on my phone case and on my computer. I think these are super cool stickers. They're nice thick stickers, and they're very shiny. And yeah, so those stickers are really cool. Now they sent me a bag of their 3D printed keychains. So for example, here is one. I think they're really cool actually. 3D printed keychains. There's a blue one. I'm really appreciative of their service that they gave to me. And a big thanks to the lady who helped me get to this filament and to have them send it to me. Her name will be right here. And I'm just really excited to print with their filament. So let's get on with the video. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for today's video. These are all of the prints, once again, that I have printed. And I really hope you guys like this review. Don't forget to comment and subscribe down below. Hit that like button, it'll really help this channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.